This image shows a crowded impound lot in Hollywood. A white Tesla sat here for 2 days, unnoticed among the hundreds of other seized vehicles, until a foul odor coming from the car prompted an inspection. When detectives unzipped a cadaver bag found in the front trunk, they discovered the heavily decomposed and dismembered remains of a child. The victim was 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. She was found just 1 day after she would have turned 15. The Tesla was registered to David Anthony Burke, a 21-year-old artist known to millions of fans as D4vd. Just as his songs were hitting the Billboard charts, his vehicle was sitting in a tow yard with a body inside. The investigation now faced an immediate contrast. A music idol with a global following was the primary suspect in the calculated butchery of a 14-year-old runaway. Celeste Rivas Hernandez was 13 years old when her family in Lake Elsinore first reported her missing in 2024. While Celeste was missing, Burke was signing major label contracts and moving into an upscale rental property in the Hollywood Hills. This timeline tracks the 18 months Celeste was missing. It shows her disappearance beginning in early 2024 and continuing through the exact window when Burke's music career reached its peak. Because the remains were so badly decomposed, the medical examiner could not immediately determine a cause of death. A judge ordered the autopsy report sealed for months to ensure the investigation could proceed without public interference. This delay meant that for nearly half a year after Celeste died, the person responsible had the time and privacy to manage a meticulous cover-up. Phone records show that on April 23, 2025, Burke ordered an Uber to pick up Celeste in Lake Elsinore and bring her to his home in the Hollywood Hills. At 10:30 p.m. that night, Burke sent text to Celeste's phone asking where she was. Prosecutors believe these messages were a deliberate setup, sent after she was already dead, to create a record of his supposed confusion. This flowchart tracks purchases made under the alias Victoria Mendez. In the days following the murder, this account ordered a shovel, chainsaws, and a burn cage to Burke's residence. Another receipt shows a blue inflatable pool, allegedly used to contain blood during dismemberment. When the medical examiner finally inspected the remains, they found small blue plastic fragments embedded in the body. Forensic experts matched those fragments to the pool Burke had ordered. Investigators eventually recovered 40 terabytes of digital data. This evidence details a massive, systematic effort to destroy evidence and hide the crime. The motive appears in text messages from April 22. Celeste and Burke had a heated argument where she threatened to reveal their illegal sexual relationship and end his music career. Burke's debut album was set to release 2 days later. He was on the verge of a world tour and held several lucrative product endorsements. District Attorney Nathan Hochman charged Burke with murder for financial gain and killing a witness. The prosecution's theory is that the murder was a cold calculation to protect the singer's brand. The timeline shows a staggering level of detachment. After the murder and dismemberment, Burke sat for promotional radio interviews the very next morning, acting as if nothing had happened. While investigating the murder, police discovered a significant amount of child sexual abuse material on Burke's iPhone and iCloud account. The evidence presents a profile of an individual who prioritized his public image and career over a human life, taking extreme measures to ensure a victim remained silent. Celeste's history shows a series of missed interventions. She had been out of school for a year, and police had been called to her home 11 times in the months before she died. In February 2024, Riverside deputies actually questioned Burke about the missing girl. He lied to them, claiming he didn't know she was a minor, and the officers did not investigate him further. The adults surrounding Burke allegedly accepted a fiction that the 71-pound, 14-year-old living in his home was actually a 19-year-old college student. These crimes were possible because Celeste had no connection to a school system, and the adults in her orbit failed to scrutinize her living situation. David Burke was arrested in April 2026. For months, he had been performing concerts while Celeste's family waited for news, but the tactical raid at his home ended that period of impunity. LAPD Chief Jim McDonald and the district attorney confirmed the final charges: first-degree murder with special circumstances, sexual abuse, and mutilation. Burke now faces life without parole or the death penalty. Celeste's death is a reminder that the allure of celebrity and wealth can create massive blind spots, allowing a predator to operate as long as those around them refuse to look closely.